Hey guys, welcome to my lovely little guide. I'm going to go through a bunch of stuff, but first let's start with Double Flux. You may have heard this. I want to first remove some confusion as to what Double Flux is. So Flux you might have already be aware of, and Flux II is pretty much just the same as Double Flux. But Flux and Flux II enable you to gain more ki when you do a successful ki pulse and switch to a different stance. And Flux II, even though the title card suggests ki recovery speed shenanigans, it's really just fluxing twice, hence Double Flux. So let's illustrate this with the axe, since I think the Double Flux rather, has the greatest benefit for weapons that consume a shit ton of ki. So let's just start out with standard flux, as you might expect. I went from high stance to low stance, and as you briefly saw, the amount of ki that I regained was a little higher than, say, if I were to just do a perfect ki pulse in the same stance. So flux already has a benefit, but double flux, which might suggest something happening twice, is just that much better. So let's again deplete my ki. Let me just burn it. You noticed very quickly right there, I switched to 2 different stances, and as a result, was able to get double the benefits, and my ki bar refilled dramatically. So let's just do that again.
I'm just spamming buttons right now.
Look at how much ki I gained. It was insane. I'll do it one more time. I got back what's at least 100 ki. So, how exactly am I doing this double flux? Well, as it suggested before, I'm switching my stances twice during that ki pulse. So, when I'm in high stance and I do a high stance combo, what I want to do is change to mid and then slide my finger, which changes the stances, to low stance. So I go from, so again, let me just do a combo. Oh, I didn't do it. Oops. Switch to mid and then slide your thumb. I use my thumb. You slide it from mid to low. So you just push on mid and then just drag your thumb over to low. It should be a fluid motion. You can, I suppose, push buttons, but I find that to be a little bit trickier to do and requires a bit more dexterity than just sliding my finger, but it works just as well. So I'll do it with sliding. That's what I prefer to do, and as you see, it got me back to a full ki bar, but you can still just press it twice for the same effect. So high stance, what you want to do is switch to mid and then to low. For mid stance, switch to high and then low. And then for low stance, let's just burn my ki. Switch from high to mid. So I'll say that once again. For high stance, you go mid to low. For mid stance, you go high to low. And for low stance, you go from high to mid. Basically, you just go to the other 2 stances. Now, you can do it in a different order. Let's say instead of going from high to low, if you're doing a mid stance combo, so let's say I do tri-spark in mid stance, you can just as easily go from low to high. It's just a matter of preference. I find that sliding my thumb down is a lot easier than sliding it up. So that's a matter of preference, but the philosophy is just the same. So that's how to double flux. And it works, again, wonders with weapons like the axe, provided you have enough time to do the double flux, simply because axe consumes so much ki. I mean, here, what's just a high stance strong consumes over 50 ki for me, and I'm using A agility. For proof, bam, A agility right there at the bottom left. So it consumes a lot of ki, so just having the ability to have better ki recovery is just awesome. But there is one caveat to double fluxing. So fluxing is almost instantaneous because it's just a ki pulse, right? But the thing is, I want you to notice the time. You stand still a little longer, so you need to keep in mind that to use this double flux, not all the time. It's great, I love it, but you need to recognize the moments in which you have that extra little bit of time to do the double flux. If you learn when to put in the double flux in heated moments, it will allow you to just do that much more crap. So totally do it, but remember, don't just relentlessly spam it. Do it when you have a little extra time so you don't get thwacked on the head. That's all I need to say about double flux. Good luck, try that shit out. It is game changing.